So Ted Cruz's support among Republicans in particular has plummeted since his Cancun trip fiasco. That Republicans are abandoning him in droves, and the only reason appears to be that he went on this trip abandoning the people of Texas in their hour of need as they froze in the dark, as they went without food and water and heat alone, without people like Cruz, their elected leader in the Senate, to represent them and care for them. I want to read you a bit of coverage here. Jumping down to the third paragraph here, it says in particular, among Republicans, Cruz's approval rating sits at 53%, a 23-point decrease from his January rating in a Morning Consult poll. In that survey conducted from January 9 to January 18, 76% of Texas Republicans supported him. The drop in the senator's approval follows his decision to leave Texas for a trip to Cancun, Mexico, while millions of Texans were without power and water amid severe winter conditions last week. And what's crucial here is that this is a far bigger decline than he ever saw when he supported Trump's attack on the Capitol and Trump thugs storming the Capitol, and he tried to defend Donald Trump, and he tried to help Trump overturn election results. The Cancun trip did far more damage than his attacks on democracy did. I want to read you a little bit here. It says, despite Cruz's statement, he faced a significant backlash for his trip. Protesters called for his resignation, and a local business mocked the senator by making a piñata of him wearing the same outfit he was photographed in on his return trip from Cancun. Cruz, however, was losing support before his Cancun controversy. The senator had an 81% approval rating among Republicans in a Morning Consult poll conducted from December 27th to January 5th. That number dropped 5 points to 76% later in January, following his decision to object to the congressional certification of President Joe Biden's Electoral College votes on January 6. So you can see there was a bit of a minor penalty among Republicans for Cruz for that decision, but it was about 1/5 the penalty that Cancun was. And this is what I said all along, that whether the Cancun trip really is as big of a deal as supporting the attack on democracy, I don't necessarily think it is. I knew people would see it like that. Because Donald Trump versus Joe Biden, that's just pure partisan tribal politics. Love it or not, hate it or not, people are going to support their party even when it's objectively wrong. And that applies to Republicans in particular, I would say, when it comes to Trump's lies and fantasies and delusions about the election. So it's no surprise to me that very few Republicans were mad at Cruz for supporting Trump's lies. But when you talk about abandoning people, when you talk about the optics of a Cancun trip while people are suffering, when you talk about the optics of your wife and your kids and you escaping away while regular people suffer, and you're telling folks that, I was just planning to go for a night, but then I'm going to come back, and then it turns out you were actually planning to stay, and there's all these sorts of lies, and you tried to blame your daughters, and all these sorts of these excuses you made. It's no wonder to me that buries you among your own party. Without hyperbole, this could really be trouble for Ted Cruz. It could open him up to a primary. It could make his path towards the presidency in 2024 more difficult. That's the whole reason he supported Trump, to try to win the MAGA base. That might not happen now. Next time, Ted, realize that the optics of you abandoning your people while they freeze, that matters to Republicans and Democrats.